Good morning, guys. It is Wednesday morning. I've been up for about an hour. I even washed my hair. And I'm gonna head off to the office in a couple of hours. This day, yeah, I haven't really slept tonight because I had some heart palpitations. I don't think it's anything I have to worry about. Hopefully it will kind of simmer away as I use the medication. Hopefully. Holding my thumbs, crossing my fingers, all those things. But yeah, I haven't really slept, so I'm exhausted. One of those days. I have started my morning, started my coffee. It's still warm, so yeah, that's a good thing. And I'm watching some Save the YouTuber blog hops. Just a fun thing. I thought I would throw this in. Save the YouTuber blog hop is a card making blog hop that a girl called Justine Holtz created. And it's a 5-day blog hop. It started on Monday. The videos go live my time at 3. I think that it's 9 EST, Eastern Standard Time. And I am going to have my video, one of my videos featured on Friday. So I am going through and doing kind of the tour, going through all the videos, kind of leaving supportive comments and stuff like that. So if you want to see more card making creators, if that is something you like, kind of come and join the blog hop. You can find the blog hop at justinehoovy.com. If you want to see all the days and everything. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. But I'm going to continue just watching YouTube and drinking coffee. I think I'm going to try to edit the day before yesterday's video and get that uploaded, but we'll see. It's a lot of clips because I got totally crazy with recording stuff. I don't know how much of it will work though. I got to change the battery for the first time today, which means, I don't know, when did I get Monday? Sunday was the first video I uploaded with this camera, so I bought it on Saturday, right? Yeah, I bought the camera on Saturday, so I had a solid 4 days of vlogging out of the camera battery, which is quite good. That's actually really awesome because one of the batteries for my old camera only held for basically a day. And I didn't really vlog that much, like 2 or 3 clips, and then it died. So yeah, that's awesome. I'm also really happy that I have a second battery because then I could just continue vlogging or re-vlogging or what it is. Something I picked up the other week, I'm watching a photographer, or she's a selfie taker. She does these really artistic selfies, the advanced selfie, that is what she calls it, Sorel Amour, and she is living like Casey Neistat for a week. He has a very special way of treating his workday and everything, and one of the things that he said, yeah, all of that is one take. You only get one take, and I think I want to kind of incorporate that a little bit more. It's very often that I start vlogging and then I get cut off in some way. Very often my brain stops working. That happens more often than you'd want to know, and I kind of re-record the video, and maybe I should try not to do that. I don't know, but right now I am going to sit down. I'm going to take the camera with me when I go to my boss's, but we'll see if I actually dare to record anything. I am considering going to the craft shop because I have a thing I want to pick up, and I'm gonna see if it's okay for me to kind of just do a little bit of recording in her store. It is very uncomfortable for me for doing that, and I usually try to ask if it's okay before I do it, and I never know how to say it. And yeah, it's things that I need to kind of get out of because if I want to do vlogging more like the cool people do, which I do want, I want to bring you with me in a whole other way. And if I'm gonna do that, I really need to work on my social anxiety when it comes to kind of asking people for some things and stuff. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But good morning, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. That went so much faster than I thought it would do. I edited the vlog for Monday. Woohoo! I did add a little bit of music in it because I have one clip that is like sped up by 600% or something. So I wanted to have a little bit of music on it, so it had to process, and now processed, done. So now I can export the video and then I can import yesterday's footage and we can be back on track again. Yeah, 1 or 2 days behind is okay. A week, then it's too much work. Yeah, but it's 8:30, so I have about an hour of time at home and then I need to leave. I also need to figure out recipes. We sat and discussed yesterday what kind of food we wanted to serve. I wanted to have a 3-dish meal, you know, an appetizer, the kind of main course, and then a dessert. And we sat and discussed kind of what kind of food could you do. So I'm actually gonna go and see if I can find some porcelain cups to do the dessert in. It's gonna be very simple. Oh god, I think I got something in my eye, sorry. It's gonna be simple kind of foods. It's not any big things. The main dish is going to be lamb, because we kind of love our lamb here. Lamb ribs, so those are what we're gonna cook. And then we're gonna have something before and after. I think we're having some shrimp thing for the appetizer. The appetizer is gonna be the teeniest, tiniest appetizer you've ever seen. That is one of the things. Me and Christopher don't eat appetizers and we rarely eat dessert because we both get really full on the kind of main course, and that is usually how it is. When we go to nice restaurants and we're like, yeah, we just want the main course, they look at you like, you go here and then you just have the main course. But it's not because we don't want to pay for the other ones, it's just that we don't eat them, so why should we have them? When we go to the States, this is actually a big issue. When you go to the States and you go to like steakhouse or something like that, they usually have salad before and then you have your main course and stuff. But I can kind of get full just on the salad, so it's hard. And the salad usually comes with the dishes, so you can't just say, no, I don't want the salad. So I don't know. Really, I got something in my eye. God. Hopefully that will move itself out soon. But yeah, editing videos. It went much faster than I thought. I had been a little bit more organized when I recorded. Who would have thought that? Me, organized. She's fallen asleep on my table. She is so sweet when she is sleeping. She says, I can sit by mom and I just close my eyes a little bit. She's super sweet. She's fallen asleep on my table. She is so sweet when she is sleeping. She says, I can sit by mom and I just close my eyes a little bit. She's super sweet. She's fallen asleep on my table. She is so sweet when she is sleeping. She says, I can sit by mom and I just close my eyes a little bit. She's super sweet. I am going to find another hoodie because Leia's been biting on this one. Maybe not having the light at the background, but maybe you can see that. Maybe you can see that. She's been biting on that one. So I don't want to have that on me when I go out. I've been having some computer issues. I don't know what is happening, and I'm just hoping that it isn't my hard drive that is giving up. I have a small portable hard drive. It's small in that it is small in space than anything else. It has it's a 1 terabyte SSD disk, but it is the one I use with me everywhere. And in the middle of exporting to it, because I export to it, there's a few things how to speed up processing and exporting on a computer, and one of those things is to have your video exported to a separate disk, because then you don't have to read and write to the same disk, basically, and that actually speeds it up. And I do that with my portable discs, and now the computer just kicked it out and then told me that I'm not allowed to eject it without pushing the eject button. And I'm like, but I didn't! It was you stupid bleh. It wasn't something bad. I just plugged it in. I deleted the clip, or the where it had been processing, deleted those clips so that it could re-export it, basically. So I did that, and it's now exporting, but it's a little bit annoying when it kind of takes that extra time. I was hoping to get it up before I leave, and I don't think I can now. My head is pounding right now. I think a little bit too much computer, and my eye is like itching, like I have some kind of gravel in it. I don't think I have gravel in it, so I'm gonna go with a second eyedropper, and then I'm gonna head out. So I get a lot of swag from my company, like t-shirts, shirts, stuff like that. I'm gonna close here because you don't want to see the mess in here. It's still messy in my hallway, but I thought I'd show you. If you can see this, better. And my stylish pants, they're super soft and nice, but this is the hoodie. It's not the best light in here because it's in a dark hallway, but this is like a blue hoodie, form-fitted for a female, like that. I get a bunch of shirts from them, and I was kind of wondering what I was supposed to wear when I go to work, or into the office, because I need something cozy but still something nice and warm. And I remembered I was looking for my Houdini, because I got a Houdini hoodie from previously from work, but I got it after I got this, but I never actually wore this. I had the tag on and everything, but this is a little bit thicker, like an ordinary hoodie, so but it's nice. It's blue and nice, and I kind of like it, so I'm gonna wear that to flaunt those colors, those work colors. I'm gonna get another pair of pants on though. You know, I can't really have my pajama pants on when I go into work to have a meeting, but it would be nice, it would be awesome, but I can't. But yeah, so I am just about to head out. The video actually exported much faster than I thought, so it's now exported. I did my thumbnail, which is this crazy face. It doesn't really, you can't really see it. Can't really see it. But I did a crazy face. I'm gonna hit the publish button, and then I'm gonna leave. By the way, the thing in my eye was actually kitty hair. It was this super thin little white hair, probably from Leia, because her hair is everywhere, and it was stuck in the crease of my eye. I didn't really realize that when I went out and tried to fix my eyes, or the drops to my eyes. I kind of felt around because I felt that there was something stuck, and I got this little teeny tiny hair, and it's now removed, so no more itching. I think I do have a new one though. It feels like one. But a new eye drops, so I should be able to see and everything. I cleaned my glasses also. That helped. I'm home. It's been a long day. I'm starting to feel that it's harder to speak. I'm kind of weak in my body and I'm just super exhausted. But it was super nice. I've been out for like 3.5 hours, so it's not strange that I feel that it is super tiring. Oh, that's life. That's life. So I went and I hung out with my bosses for like an hour, and then I just picked my things up and I went to the craft store. I couldn't record in there. There were a bunch of people. It's a very, very small craft store. It's a lot of stuff in there, and that means that you usually have to kind of wait in line to see the stamps and stuff like that when there is a lot of people, which it was today. But I did pick up a few of the things that I wanted, and I thought I'd show you them instead of talking about them, so here they go. The first thing that I got was this Tim Holtz glass mat. This is a, it's glass, and it's supposed to blend the things really, really nicely. It got these like things on the underneath, so that it kind of almost gets stuck on the on my table. It's got glass here, and then it got a special mat here, and on the glass things will kind of, it's gonna be super easy to blend, they say, so we're gonna look at it. The lines is actually underneath the glass, so they won't rub off. You can cut on this surface. That is something I am going to try out, because I'm a little bit afraid of cutting on glass, but you should be able to cut on the glass. On this one, you can either have the glass, so you can actually move this away and you can use that as a palette, or you can use this mat, which is special because it kind of contains the ink in a way, so that you can make really cool effects and it not get all muddy. So yeah, I've been wanting to try this for a long time. It is at a more expensive side. I think it's like $45 or something like that, or 50. I don't know. I know what it is in Swedish with all the taxes and everything, but it's a real nice surface, so hopefully that will work. Also, it kind of fits on my table pretty nicely, which means that hopefully I can keep this free from stuff and only have the project that I'm working on in screen. So I hope that will help. I was a little afraid that it would reflect. As you see, it does reflect the light, but this camera over here actually picks up a lot less. So as long as I cover a little bit of this, usually have it more zoomed in anyway, then I don't get any reflections, which was awesome. So for the other things that I got this little pattern paper pack. This is the Nitpicky Fall, but I thought these kind of, the red pinkish, the browns and the greens, and even the aqua can work really, really great for Christmas cards. It's really just the papers that contain the orange that won't, and this is basically all the different patterns that are in the package. So I thought that would be awesome and fit perfectly for Christmas. Really fit perfect for Christmas because it's knitted and, you know, cold and everything. And then I picked up this. I picked up this, which is the Cayman Stickles blue-ish. I got this, which is blue tinsel by embossing powder. This is a new thing that they just recently released. So it's gonna be all shiny and beautiful. Yeah, you can heat emboss towards this surface also. It takes heat. Perfect. You can do everything on this surface. I got this embossing powder, which is a white puff embossing powder, so it will puff up like snow. Perfect for Christmas, and I've been wanting to get something like this for years, so that was perfect. And the last part is the glow-in-the-dark embossing powder, because I thought it would be awesome for my Christmas cards. You usually use them for Halloween, and I kind of forgot to get it to Halloween, but I thought you can do glow-in-the-dark cards for Christmas too. They're just not as spooky. But I have some ideas. I have a lot of ideas right now, I can tell you. I have a lot of ideas right now. Yeah, one more thing that I didn't really discuss. I got this. And you're like, what is that brown thing? This is embossing pads for your die cutter. So you can use them so that you can emboss with your dies. So instead of cutting on the paper, you use this in your die cutter towards the cut edge, and because this is rubber, it won't cut through the rubber, and it won't cut through the paper either, because it kind of soften it. Instead, it gives you like outlines of the cuts. I thought that could be cool. I don't know if I talked about it, I think it was yesterday or the day before, but yeah, I got a recruiting email. I work in the business I work in, and where I live, and my kind of how all the things I know. I have a very good profile for recruitment. I get a lot of recruiting emails, and I don't always know if it is because I'm female, because the wideness of my competency, is that the word? My knowledge? Or if it's just that there is a lot of people needing to be hired in the field I am. It's probably a mix of those three, but I do get a lot of recruitment emails, and many of them are these cookie cutter descriptions of any kind of development speciality. Like anything. It's like, this company that we are representing work with agile, this and that, and you have big opportunities to choose whatever equipment you want to work with. You can earn so and so much, and most of it is basically not telling me anything. It's just big words, not really explaining what the work is about, and they just want to have like this initial meeting. And I don't even answer those emails anymore, because it feels that they are not taking the time. Then I have the recruiting emails, which are recruiting on knowledge that I used in a work profile like 6 years ago, which again, it goes very fast on the market. And if you have seen the last 2 to 4 years, I have mostly been working either backend with Scala or front end with JavaScript, which is kind of the coding standards. Then asking me to work with embedded or Java is maybe not the correct thing to do. So I actually have a tendency not to answer those either. And right now I'm so comfortable where I am. I'm not interested in any shape or form to leave my company, but if you have a real good recruitment letter, I will at least send you. I'm not interested right now, but thank you so much for sending it. However, yesterday or the day before, I got a recruitment letter that was actually pretty awesome. I'm not going to work with them, and not because they're not a good company and not all of those, but because I love the company I work for. I felt I found a home, and I think that is important when you're looking for a job. However, yeah, the description was like, this is the position we are looking for, and this is the competency we are looking for, and this is why we are looking for you. And we would be so happy if you would be a part of our or come and have a meeting and see if you would fit in our company. And like, they were into details to even which like URLs. This was a mostly front-end project, and it was like even down to like which websites I was going to work with or work on, which I think was super cool. It was like, this is the job we're looking for, and this is why we're looking for you. Super awesome email. So for once, I actually answered it. I told him that, hi, I am very comfortable being the consultant right now, working for this company because I'm really liking them, and I do want to stay here for a while longer, and you know, all that. when you work in the IT business, even if you love a place, after 5 to 10 years, you probably, after a couple of 2 or 3 years, you will probably move on. That's just how it usually works. Unless you get really, you can jump a lot and get really good offers, then in a consultancy, you actually stays longer. But yeah. But I kind of wrote that, and I wrote that this is one of the best recruiting emails I've ever seen, and I hope that you find someone good for the position. And I got like this nice letter back. But this also means that in this case, if things would happen and I would want to work with them, I could probably, because I was nice about it. Actually, that's always good. They worked with White Hat Security. White Hat hacking is basically finding security faults and plugging them on internet. It's kind of fascinating. I actually took a course in IT security. I've never done hacking though. I don't know if it's my thing or so, but yeah. Now I'm gonna have my coffee. now. Here's Leia's other place. She's lying and sleeping up there. She really likes it. This is all our beers, and the 2008 are living there. I just pushed them together a little bit because Gizmo was up there and he didn't really fit. But now Leia has her sleeping place. Her sleeping place, yes. Leia.
And if you're wondering where Gizmo is, he has put himself on this long mat and he's just sleeping away in the bathroom because the light is much darker in here, so he can sleep well. He's kind of quite cute, isn't he? Quite cute, that little kitty.
I've been sitting out there and gaming, and I'm finding myself kind of looking into the craft room, looking into my new glass mat, like, yeah, I should play there. I should play there. It's like it's talking to me, like, come here and play. So I decided to just turn off the game and come and play with my glass mat. Kind of try it out a little bit. A few things that I thought. This glass mat, one of the great things about it is it's like a super wipeable surface. It doesn't stain, it doesn't do anything of that, the glass mat itself. So I went into my cupboard and got a couple of rags. These are these polyester like dust rags that we got from IKEA, I think. No, from a grocery store. I think a package of 3 or something. And we rarely use them, really. Because when I dust, I use water and soap and a Vetex rag more, so I don't really use these kind of. So I thought I'd steal a couple of them to my craft room. So I have a purple coral one and then this green one, which, because I'm sitting in front of this light, it doesn't look that good. Yeah. But I gotten ready here. I have my bottle of water because I need to drink more water and I'm really bad at that. When we kind of cleaned out our cupboards the other day, yesterday actually, to move most of our bottles into our new Billy bookcase, I found this one, which I haven't used, which is probably, I haven't used as much. I think I've used it once or twice. It's one of those blender bottles that you're supposed to make drinks, sport drinks or stuff like that in it, but it works really good as a water bottle. So I thought I bring that out. So I have a little bit of water, I have my coffee because I'm freezing, but I also know that these lights will kind of warm me up, and then I have all my supplies. I actually thought I started a card yesterday. You can see the tree in the corner. But I'm going to continue on that card, but I'm not going to do the Copic coloring right now. Instead, I am going to play with this, and then I need this to wipe off the surface. So yeah, that's the plan right now, anyhow. Kind of fun plans. I want to see if it's as good as everyone says it is. because this is something I want to try for a long time. But yeah, a long time. I think it's been out for 6 months, so not that long. But yeah, you know, in the internet world, that is a long time. I totally kind of rearranged things. I haven't really played with the mat yet. I felt that to play with the mat, I want to make it a part of the video, the craft video that is coming up. And I had colored 1 out of like 10 images that I'm going to use for the card. So I decided to just use it as my craft mat and color on top of it. There's many good things about this mat, or things that can actually be a good feature. One of them is that it is wipeable both with water but also with alcohol, the black part of the surface. There is that extra surface that I showed you. That one you should not have alcohol inks on because it will stain. However, the rest of it, you can have alcohol inks with it and just wipe it off with the help of a little bit of alcohol. And that is really good because I like to put my caps next to the thing I'm coloring, so you can see in screen which caps it is. And this means that I don't need to have a separate paper or a piece of plastic, which I had before. I can just put them onto the surface, and then in case, because you get color into the cap, and when that happens, when you put it down so you can see the number, it can have a tendency to leave a ring or something, and now I don't have to worry about that, because if I see a ring, I can just wipe it off with some alcohol wipes. Great. But yeah, I just colored the last image, felt super tired and a little bit strange, and then I realized I was supposed to take a painkiller when I got home, and I didn't. So I just went out, got a painkiller. I want to sit down again. I have some YouTube in the background, and I'm going to sit down and do fussy cutting. That is going to take some time, but I don't think it's going to take like an hour and a half like last time. Sorry, migraine, real bad, speech issues. You know, speech issues. Can't even say issues. Well guys, it is time to head to bed. We're getting ready. I ended the day in the living room cross stitching. I actually finished the cross stitching on the ornament and also the glittered back stitching. So I only have the black back stitching, like the inner parts, but I'm going to show you when I want to show you when I've done both the front and the back, but not sewed it together, and then kind of show you how I sewing it together, you know? And it's out there and I'm in here, you know? I just finished my card and it looks crazy here. It's really messy. I got a messy desk. I also have no clue if this is going to be a card. I like it, but I don't know. It's one of those. I think I just have to sleep on it. Before I went and sat down, it was like, yeah, I'm scrapping this card also. I'm recoloring everything. But in the end, when everything came together, it actually looks okay. I just have to sleep on it, and everything needs to dry and stuff. But yeah, that's been my day. So good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Bye. Well guys, it is time to head to bed. We're getting ready. I ended the day in the living room cross stitching. I actually finished the cross stitching on the ornament and also the glittered back stitching. So I only have the black back stitching, like the inner parts, but I'm going to show you when I want to show you when I've done both the front and the back, but not sewed it together, and then kind of show you how I sewing it together, you know? and it's out there and I'm in here, you know. I just finished my card and it looks crazy here. Looks really, it's really messy. I got a messy desk. I also have no clue if this is going to be a card. I like it, but I don't know. It's one of those. I think I just have to sleep on it. Before I went and sat down, it was like, yeah, I'm scrapping this card also. I'm recoloring everything. But in the end, when everything came together, it actually looks okay. I just have to sleep on it, and everything needs to dry and stuff. But yeah, that's been my day. So good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Bye. It is Tuesday morning and it's actually Wednesday. In computer, not really, but my exporting of my video just was interrupted and my computer said, shouldn't eject your hard drive this way, and I'm like, no.